I think there's tremendous potential to create employment in renewables everywhere in the world. I don't think that's going to be an issue in the future. I've looked at data from the past 10 or so years, and every year the numbers continue to grow, and it's going to continue to grow in the future. I think at this point what we should be caring about more is the quality of that employment. I think we should be caring about what kinds of jobs will be created, what kinds of benefits those jobs will have, and who will get them, what social justice and gender equity and broadly social justice is going to look like in that field. There's definitely room for a lot of different players in renewable energy, there's no doubt about that. But I think what we have witnessed is a gradual erosion of the role of the state, of the role of governments around the world. And what we need to see is governments playing a stronger role in creating enabling policies. So governments have to create fiscal policies that motivate, in many cases, the private sector, social enterprises, to areas that they may not move into. And that, I think, will create more potential for sort of dividends from this field to be shared more broadly. I think the most important piece is trying to create extended social protection floors. It's very difficult to generate employment when people are worried literally about, in many cases, not having basic protections, like not having any pensions, not having any benefits, not having access to healthcare. So I think if we extend those social protection floors, and ideally if we delink them from employment status, I think they should be available to everyone if we can have universal social protection floors. I personally don't think that in the past, because it was a point almost of national pride that the grid has to extend to the remotest corners of different countries. I don't think that's a very realistic strategy, and I don't also think that it is one or the other. I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. So there are countries where definitely the grid will continue to be extended, but even if we have what is considered 100% coverage, there's still need for complementary access, I think, for off-grid renewables, mini-grids, as well as for standalone systems. So I think the two are complementary and not mutually exclusive. It's very difficult to get sex disaggregated data. There's just no gender disaggregation. To begin with, I think because it's kind of a cross-cutting theme, renewables, so you find data about renewables not as a category in and of itself. You have to look at construction, you have to look at manufacturing, you have to look at different sectors. Even when we're able to get that data, it's very, very difficult to understand what sort of gender equity looks like in that field, or how inequitable the field is, because there's very, I think, limited collection of sex disaggregated data. And that's kind of on my wish list. I would like that to change in the future.